This video and all content on this channel is performed by a pest control professional, and it is always recommended to hire a pest control pro in your area to perform any pest control in or outside your home. Pesticides can harm you and your loved ones. Anyone who is performing the information in this video is doing so at their own risk. If you decide to try the info provided in this video, please always check with the local laws in your area and read the labels of any product you use. The label is the law. Hey everybody, this is Jason Akers with Green Acres Pest Control, and I am in my laundry room. Got all kinds of stuff hanging up. I think that's a bra. Let me cover that up. Anyway, I've been asked to do these videos for years, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to pull out all of my different sprayers that I've bought, that my wife actually bought on Amazon, and I'm going to show you the differences between B&G. This is a B&G in this box, brand new, never opened. I want to show you what comes in the box, and I want to show you a couple of other sprayers that I also purchased that are plastic to show you the difference of one product and another. And I'm going to give my honest opinion of whether or not they're even worth the money, or if you should stick with a B&G to do your pest control. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, consider subscribing. I don't know how many parts this series, if it's going to be a series or if it's just going to be one video or not. I don't know. It just depends on how long it takes me to go through everything. So let's go ahead and get to it. Today's video is sponsored by me, Jason Akers. I know a lot of YouTubers and content creators are placing ad breaks in their videos these days in order to make ends meet. And I understand why, but all my videos are created by me, paid for by me. I buy my own cameras, editing software, microphones. I spend hours of time recording and editing the videos for you, my audience. I don't like a lot of self-promotion, but I wanted to take the time to let you know about the ways you can help support the videos and my content. I have a large list of links in every description of every video I provide you with. All of the pesticides I use in my business are listed on my Amazon page. When I started my business, I used Amazon a lot in order to receive my chemicals and equipment the next day delivery. It's a service that I trust, so I list pesticides there for you to find. I also have several affiliate links listed for B&G products and pesticides as well. My course on bed bugs is the #1 course on Udemy's website that goes over extensive treatment methods on the control of bed bugs, from automobile treatment to living room and even bedrooms as well. If you have checked all of those links and still wish to support me, I have a PayPal, Patreon, and other ways to donate to the channel in the links on my main page of YouTube, as well as in the description of every one of my videos. As always, the best way to support me at what means the most to me is if you will like this video, if you will share this video with your friends, and if you will subscribe to my channel. That honestly means the most to me, and that's what keeps me going, truly. More than money, more than anything else, is just keeping you guys happy and keeping you with the content that you like to have. Speaking of subscribing, I also have a join button at the top of my YouTube channel as well. This feature is new with YouTube and works in much the same way as a Twitch subscription works. When you hit this button and join the channel, it gives you special features that only joining the channel can give. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to reading your comments in the comment section below, giving me any suggestions you might have for the next video. So don't forget, like and subscribe. And on with the show. So, a B&G box that I ordered, anyway, comes with a B&G. This is a 1 gallon stainless steel tank. Of course, it's got a green top. You can get black tops. You can get pink tops, whatever color top I think you want. You think you can even get blue tops. But this is a tank. Comes with a pump, brass pump. There's your check valve right there. There's your plunger, already pre-greased, ready to go. Comes with a little rubber gasket right here. That's for sealing against the tank. Keep your chemical from coming out through the lid. Works really well for that. Of course, all these parts are replaceable. If you ever have one go bad, you can replace them. I've had a few go bad. You can replace them. I don't think I've ever had a rubber gasket go bad around the rim, but the check valves do go bad from time to time. They'll swell up as they get used more and more and more. Hey, you have to pop it out and put a new one in. So anyway, let's go ahead and tighten this up. So what comes in a box? Like when you order a B&G, what does it come with? So let me go ahead and tilt my camera a little bit. It comes with a stainless steel gallon spray tank. It comes with a hose. This is let me see if it tells me the size. 48-inch hose. So already got the Teflon tape on it, which you do need Teflon tape for some parts of a B&G because they're going to hold pressure and you don't want it to leak. If you put your B&G together without Teflon tape, it will leak. You will need wrenches to put this together. I typically just use adjustable wrenches, but you can also use, I think it's like a 5/8 wrench is one of the sizes, and I think maybe 7/16 or a 9/16. But anyway, you just tighten this on. This is how it goes together. Of course, like I said, you want to tighten it with a wrench once you get it on there. You take your wand out of the package. This is 18-inch. I always use the extension wand. I don't use the little short, little bitty one. So you got your wand here. It says it was tested. It's a tested wand. Take a sticker off of there. There we go. It says tested January of 2023. Very recently. All right. Take this little... These are always so hard to get out without pliers. I don't like to use pliers because I'm always afraid I'll mar the brass. There you go. Take that little tip out there. And then you just... And like, you'll need 2 wrenches for this. You'll need a wrench on this side and a wrench on this side to make sure you get it good and tight. But I'm just for demonstration purposes, I'm showing how it goes together. All right. And there you go. And if you saw earlier, I actually pulled this out. Now this is a very nice little tool. This is called a tip extension. So I'll show you how it works. So this is a little plastic tip extension, okay? That's for a crack and crevice tool. So it's got like almost like a WD-40 tube that goes in it. So what that's for, so this is a multi-jet tube. This is one of the things I like about B&G. I'm gonna show you a pro right here. The multi-jet tip. So you can take this tip off. And you don't want that little rubber piece. Be very careful that rubber piece don't fall out. All right. So what you can do is it's got this special tip. Now, not all B&Gs come this way. Some of them have 2 jet streams and 2 fan sprays. This one has 2 fan sprays. I don't know if you can see that or not. 2 fan sprays on the left and on the right. And then the jet streams on the bottom. And then he's got this really big hole. So what is this really big hole for? So that big hole is for this tube to actually go through. You pull it through from the other side, see, like that, through that big hole. And then you just put it on the tip of your multi-jet, tighten it down. If I can get it to work. It's only because I'm filming this. That's the only reason why I can't get my equipment to work the way I like to. Anyway, put it on there like that. Now, you've got an extension, little teeny tiny tip that you can put in the crack around a baseboard or inside a wall void, and you can put chemical where you need. Let's say you got a mess of pavement ants outside in the ground, and you know that little hole they make in the ground where they pile all that dirt up all around? You take that little tube and you slide it all the way down in that hole, and you fill that nest full of pesticide. and it will do a better job than if you just spray the mound yourself. If you spray the mound, I mean, that might kill some of the ants, but the thing is, it's going to cause all the dirt to just kind of cave in on itself, and it's not going to do a very effective job. But that tube right there, you take that, you stick it in the ground, you pump this up real good, and you could soak all the way down into that nest of ants. Very, very good tool for that. But, so, let me explain to you why I like a B&G. So this is what you're watching this video for. This is why I like a B&G. So B&G, this is one of the main reasons I really like it. One, it's stainless steel, brass construction. It's going to last for a very long time. But I really do like the multi-jet tip. And I'll show you up close why I like it so much. So what I like most about a multi-jet tip is you've got a jet stream attachment here. You've got a wide fan spray here, and you've got a very, very narrow coarse spray in here. So you've got coarse and fine mist type spray. This is something you will only see in a B&G. It's very unique to B&G. It's patented. It's their technology. You will not find this in another type of a spray tank. You may find something similar, but no one has ever, as far as I know, been able to duplicate the fan sprays like B&G does. And so when you're working, and of course you're wearing gloves and everything when you're applying your pesticide, you can just take this tip. All you have to do, let's see if I can get this thing together correctly. So let's say you're just working on a job and you're using your fan spray, all right, or the jet stream is actually what it's set to now. The jet stream is right there. That's for getting like wasp nest up really high, or maybe around a window that's 2 stories up that you can't get to from the ground. This will spray up to two stories easily if it's full, if you've got your tank full, and you can get all the way up really high, get eaves, overhangs, and stuff like that. But let's say you're getting down on the ground and you're wanting to do next to the ground, like maybe you've got a mulch bed or something like that you're trying to treat. Then you can turn it over real easy. You just loosen this. You don't even have to take it off. So that's not coming off of there. You just loosen that little ring, turn it to the fan spray, and then tighten it again. You do it one-handed. A lot of times I just do it with one hand, with my glove, with one-handed. And then there you go. Now you're ready to spray. Well, actually, I put it back on jet stream. But you get the idea. You can rotate it around. And 2, you've got this little hole here where on the bottom where you can still put your spray tip for injection in there. Pull it all the way through. And then you loosen it just a little more. Rotate it around. Put it on there and then tighten it up. And now you've got your tube attached, just like a little spray bottle tube, ready to kill some ants in the yard or go into the wall and kill some cockroaches. That's one of the things I like about B&G. Honestly, it's the selling point of their products. I love a multi-jet tip. Not to mention their actual pump is a really good quality pump. It's solid brass. It's got gaskets here. It's got a check valve, lasts a very long time. All the gaskets last a really long time. In fact, I've had my original B&G for 7 years now, and I've never had to replace this gasket, although I have replacements if it leaks. But what will typically happen is this gasket here, this check valve gasket, will actually swell, allowing the chemical to go up this tube. And if it goes up that tube, it will come out this little hole right here. And if it's got enough pressure behind it, it'll actually shoot up like a geyser when that little piece of rubber flops off the end. And that's not too good. That is a problem with B&G products. But as long as you keep your maintenance, you take good care of your equipment, it'll last you a lifetime. My dad, who owns his exterminating company, he's been in business for a very long time, over 35 years, 40 years almost. And he still has his original B&G, still just as good as ever, but you just have to do regular maintenance and they'll last forever. That's why I like a B&G. Another reason that I like B&G as a spray pump type piece of equipment is the wand construction. So this is where you pull, your trigger and it'll spray out the other end, right? And all spray tanks have that. They're always, you spray it in the handle and that's how it works. But see, when you pull this handle, it actually pulls that little cable there. See how that cable goes up into the handle? What that does is that cable goes all the way down this whole entire wand to the very end, right actually under this nut. And it has a seal there. So what happens is when you pull that handle, it pulls a spring, it loosens a spring, and it allows for the chemical to spray out of the tip. So if I let go of this handle right here, and I'm spraying in your house using a pesticide residue in your house, I know when I let loose of this handle, I want it to stop spraying. It does, because all the chemical that's left in this tube stays in the tube. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays there because the tip right here has a seal in it that stops the chemical from running out. It is very effective. It keeps the chemical from running out and getting all over the floor and pooling in the floor. That's very important. When you read your labels, your pesticide labels, and it says specifically on the label not to allow your chemical to make a pool in the floor or, run all over the place, that's the thing that does it, is this little tip right here. And most spray tanks don't have that in the wand. And a lot of people complain to me and they say, well, I bought a tank from Ace Hardware, or I bought a tank from Walmart, or I bought a tank from Amazon, and it just ran chemical all over the floor. A lot of times it's because of the gasket. Most of the time, the sealed gasket that stops the chemical from flowing in those ones from like Walmart, Amazon and stuff, it's actually in the handle. So what happens is when you let loose this handle and you stop spraying, all the chemical that's from here to the tip just runs out everywhere because it has nowhere else to go. It can't stop here because the valve's not here. The valve is in here. But that cable actually runs all the way down to ensure you don't spray pesticide all over the floor by accident. And that is why I like B&G. So hopefully this video has helped you understand why I like B&G so much, why I like their tanks. Their tanks are fantastically made, really good craftsmanship. I really like it. The one thing that I wish as a con, I've been using B&G for over 30 years. The older models, let me show you. So the older model B&G actually had the holster. So this is a holster. What you do, let me take this little tube off here real quick and see how easy that is to take that off of there. I'm not going to put it back on for right now because I'm just going to show this as demonstration. When you take this little piece of stainless steel metal right there, that little metal ring, you slide this down in here, and then it goes down into that holster, all right? So it holds your wand up, right? That's pretty nice. But they used to have, in the older models, the models I was telling you about, like my dad has, they had a little, like this little holster here was actually tack welded to the side of the tank, and it had an angle at it. So the wand would actually go in and fit right in there like a little angle, and it would hold it really nice. They were really nice. When they went to these plastic type models, what will happen is when you holster your wand in that little holder like that, and you put it in there, what it does is it actually, if it rattles or it tips or it bumps into something, like when you're driving down a rocky road or something like that, it will bend that brass wand, because this brass, although it is brass, it is very soft metal, so it does bend very easily. So I'd never, ever holster my B&G. Instead, when I'm traveling in a car or a truck or whatever, I will actually take this little nut right here and tighten it all the way up. And what that does is it actually makes this little nut right here, so you can't, see, I can't squeeze it anymore. It locks it in place. It's a little lock nut. And I like that too for safety. It keeps you from accidentally spraying it when you don't want to. And so that's a really good design. But honestly, I don't like the way this is done. I prefer the old design where they tack welded the holster to the side of the tank. It worked much better that way. I prefer it that way. But if I had to have a complaint, that's the only complaint. And really, that's a design change that B&G made maybe 20 years ago, and they haven't really ever gone back on that. So if you can get those old tanks, they're better designed. They take better care of your wand, and you don't bend your wand as bad. So that's B&G. That's my rating. If I were to rate a B&G as a piece of professional equipment, and I've never used Aerofog, one day maybe I'll buy an Aerofog and try it out. But as of right now, all B&G parts are interchangeable. They're all easy to work on. And so I just can't validate buying any other tank but a B&G, because if I ever need to do work on it, I can. They're real easy to work on. I mean, you saw how easy it was to put it together right out of the box, ready to go. So hopefully this video has been informative. Let's do some more videos. Stay tuned, follow me, and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this, and we'll go over some other spray tanks, stuff that you're really interested in, like stuff from Amazon. I do have 3 tanks I'm going to go over from Amazon.com. Different price points, I think from $5 to $50 to $75, I think. I can't remember exactly. I have to look them up. But I'll have that in the description of the next video to let you know what I think of other type budget sprayers and if they'll even hold up to me. I'm a pretty, you know, I'm very particular about the type of spray tanks that I use. So we'll see what I think of an Amazon spray tank. Stay tuned. Now we're going to do what you really want to see. How does this thing perform? So we'll start with the fan spray right there. Now I've already pumped this up. I've already mixed it. This is chemical. Everything else in these videos is water, but this is actually a pesticide because I had to use this today. So we're going to do a little bit of a spot treatment here on my house for bugs, and we'll show you how this thing performs. So you see it's a very fine mist, but I don't want to spray too much because it is pesticide. But I think this does really good. This is just a really good tool. If you want to do the wall, you can do like a spray like that over the wall for things like for cluster flies, stink bugs and stuff like that. Just a spot treatment for those kind of things. If you want to do like a carpenter bee, you can switch it up and churn it like that. Put that into place like it needs, like that. Now it's attached and you can do pin string, see? And this is actually really good. Let me show you what this thing can do. So I am actually sitting on the ground. So let me loosen my tripod, tilt it back, and show you what this thing can do, how high it can actually go when this isn't even full. This isn't even at full pressure, and I can go all the way up to that eave, all the way up there, and none of the other sprayers that I'm going to show you can actually do that. Can get all the way up with very little pressure and actually treat that eave and overhang places bees and all kinds of hornets and stuff love to go. So this is one of the main reasons I love a B&G. It's a professional piece of equipment. It'll never let you down. So